Howdy folks, Racer 38 POS Racing. Today is Build a Special Tool Day. Let's see what we're building here. I'll tell you in the end. Now I hope that this shaky tripod doesn't get you too bad in the C6. I'm going to take this GM starter apart because we need pieces out of it. This is what we're going to build our special tool out of. Pretty quick process. I hope. Maybe it won't be. Been together a long time. I got a hammer just in case. Ooh, that isn't good news. Maybe we'll use the appropriate tool. Nah. There we go. For this special tool, the field windings, housing, brushes. Hey, that thing almost looks pretty good in there. Don't need them. Those long bolts, don't need them. In cover, yeah, we'll have them. Starter solenoid, don't need it. Keep that spring for later. Take the armature out. That's your little armature thrust washer kind of arrangement. And for this, I'm going to take this fork out of there. Maybe. Maybe again. What's this with maybe? Let's just mean to do it. Don't need that. Don't need the bolt. What we're going to do is we're going to start with this piece. And we're going to use a part of the armature, and we're going to use that cover right there. Got a spring-loaded little retainer ring right on there on that end. I throw it on the floor a couple times, don't I? Maybe 3. Try for 3 times. Okay, use a 1/2-inch wrench to get that retainer off of the snap ring. That's how I do it. You do it how you like. Whatever works. And sometimes that little snap ring is a bugger. Sometimes it works. Get a 1/2-inch wrench under there. Work it around and hey, there it is. Okay. There's a little groove in this retainer that snap ring snaps into, and a groove in armature shaft. Don't need it. None of that you need. Now, I'm going to cut this armature right there. And I'm going to take this handy starter drive apart. I think I'm going to grind around on this edge here until this crimped shell comes off. We'll see how that works. I'll be back with you in a minute. Okay, my minute's up. So what we got left of the shaft. Had to cut through that sleeve too. We don't need that. Get rid of it. I decided I'd try the chop saw on this. Cut through both sides like that, maybe it'll work. Maybe it won't. Maybe it needs more chop saw. Don't know. Needs more chop saw. Be right back. Maybe that'll do it. Got a little more. It's warm, in case you can't tell. A little dripping water there. Yeah. This is what we want. Get that case to split off of there. Always helps. It did help. When it's said and done, all you want is the drive gear. And we'll take this drive gear and we'll put it up on there, kind of where it's supposed to have been. And I'm going to take and weld this together. Now, this might take 2 minutes. Might have had a little disruption in the forces here and the camera moved on you. You'll find me. This is what's left of the starter drive. Down in there, there's a snap ring. You can take that out. Squeeze that down. Hopefully get a screwdriver in there without jabbing it in your hand. Take the snap ring off. Now we got them two guys. I did get this burned on there. Slide that on there. Okay. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to ruin a perfectly good socket. And I'm going to weld that on there. We'll do that in a minute. Before we do that, this is that end cover. Need to remove this. I've got this hole saw. It says it's 1 1/8 inches. Just fits over there pretty nice, don't it? We'll see what I can do. Things how I'm kind of chicken. I screw that down so I don't run away. PB ought to help. Some people are ready and got batteries all charged up. Check your equipment before you make a video, silly. Yeah. Okay, done playing games. Battery's bigger than a drill. Okay, that's done. Now it's going to cool off a little bit. I'm going to go weld this stuff here together. Be right back. Now, that didn't run away. That was a good plan. Don't need that. Clean that guy up a little bit. Okay, what we got here I'm even gonna get high tech, put a little lube on that. Maybe little. There we go. smear, a little smear. Life is good. I'm going to take these two pieces of the retainer that was there. I'm going to ignore the retainer ring. Slide them on there. Slide that in there. I'm going to take this solenoid spring, set her in there, put that over it. Two screws that held the solenoid spring, a solenoid on there. Should go right on in. Life is grand. Life's less grand. Well, I'll turn it over and see if that helps. Appears I need to drill them just a wee bit. Good thing I got the big battery. Let's try about a 5/32. See if I can't hurt myself. Ooh, I could try. Okay. Now we'll be back to trying to put bolts in. Nope, 5/32 ain't the answer. We're going to get this over with 5/16. Here we are. Yep. Vise time. Okay, back from the vise. It will work this time. Now this starter is for a 235 Chevrolet and a 1959 Chevrolet. Funny how they put that in there. That's better. And what you do is you remove the starter on your stuck tight engine and you install this. You can get your 1/2-inch ratchet on there. That'll engage in the ring gear. You give that a few pushes and pulls. Try to work that engine back and forth. You know, a stuck one. Lube the cylinders. Give this a little back and forth. And this will generate probably a 15-to-1 ratio. So if you got a breaker bar on there, you're putting 50 pounds of foot-pounds of torque on here. At the crankshaft, that's going to be, if you put 50 pounds on there, it's going to be half 1,500. That's going to be 750 foot-pounds of torque to try to rotate that engine. You know, you get them stuck engines, and the crank bolt's not going to take that. Even the adapters that you can put a socket on the pulley on the front, they're only going to take so much. You do have to be careful because you can break the teeth off of this, where you kind of junk this drive and junk another one and weld it together. Or you can tear the teeth out off the flywheel. One of the beauties about this contraption here is most GMs from, I'm going to say mid-50s to the mid-70s, you can use your drive end housing. You don't have to damage this. You just take these parts, the socket welded on the shaft and the gear and this back plate and the spring arrangement in there, and put them Take your starter apart, put these in. So this will match whatever engine you have. And you switch it back when you got a different one. I've got several, and yeah, I play around with them. But this helps out a lot. You can really put some pressure on that to get that thing broke loose after you've soaked it or whatever. See how tight that is. Cheap, easy. Took me an hour. I don't know. There you are. An engine barring tool, that would be called. Cheap, easy, fits your application. Give it a try. Thank you.